Dun-dun-dun-dun-dun, Shoge World. Welcome to Shoge World, gamers. Josh here, and today I wanted to take a few minutes to discuss Donkey Kong. I have been eagerly anticipating the next game in Nintendo's original flagship video game, the game that pushed Nintendo into the limelight of the video game industry, the franchise that birthed the most iconic video game character in the world, Mario. Donkey Kong has been there since the beginning, and his next game is long past due. Now, there have been rumblings of a new game for a few years now. During the summer E3 2021 window, there were multiple insiders all claiming that the game was real and an announcement was imminent. Unfortunately, Nintendo's June Direct came and went with no news of a new Donkey Kong game. Since that time, it seems the murmurings of this project has slowly faded away. Whenever a new Direct is announced, there are a few mentions that it could be there, but as Directs come and go, we have gotten nothing. Now, we all know Nintendo has been known to sit on projects until they feel like it's just the right time to release it. We also know that if a project is not up to the quality they expect, they're not afraid to start over or just scrap the project altogether. We have seen this over the years with many games like Metroid Prime 4 and Star Fox 2. So does Donkey Kong fall into one of these categories? Has it been scrapped? Has it been restarted? Or is Nintendo just holding on to it until they're ready to release it? Now, this is one of Shigeru Miyamoto's franchises. The creator of Super Mario, Legend of Zelda, and Pikmin, among other awesome Nintendo franchises, appears to keep a close eye on projects using his beloved creations. We know Mr. Miyamoto has been quite busy working closely with Universal as they have created the stunning Super Nintendo World theme park areas at the Universal theme park resorts around the world. Also, he has been working very closely with Illuminations as they make the highly anticipated Super Mario Bros. Movie, which is being released in theaters in early 2023. We were also recently introduced to our first information on the next Pikmin game, which Mr. Miyamoto himself unveiled at a recent Nintendo Direct. So with some of these projects nearing their finish lines, could a near-finished Donkey Kong game just waiting for some finishing touches by Mr. Miyamoto be moving to the front of his schedule? I sure hope so. I do feel like this project is real. So the question really becomes, when will we see it? When will it make the most sense for Nintendo to unveil the next Donkey Kong game? The last new Donkey Kong game was released all the way back in 2014 for the Wii U. Now that game was re-released on the Switch, but we haven't gotten a new game since then. So we are definitely past due for a new Donkey Kong game. Now, the biggest Donkey Kong news, other than the fact that he will be voiced by Seth Rogen in the upcoming Super Mario Bros. Movie, we know is on the way, is the fact that they are expanding Super Nintendo World in Universal Studios Japan, and they are adding a whole Donkey Kong themed land, including a minecart coaster. Now, the theme park expansion is expected to open up in 2024, but we can expect an official announcement showing off the plans for the new land sometime, I would guess, in 2023. This could be the perfect time to unveil a new Donkey Kong game coming to the Nintendo Switch alongside unveiling of the Donkey Kong theme park area. The original Super Nintendo World announcement came in a Nintendo Direct. So this would be perfect. A dedicated Donkey Kong Direct containing the theme park land, the new game, and some new DK merch coming to the parks makes a ton of sense. Now there is still one big question that still remains. Now, if this is real, what we expect from the game itself. If it does exist, what kind of game are we going to get? The biggest question is, will it be a 2D side-scroller like the last handful of Donkey Kong games? Or are they going back to the Donkey Kong 64 3D style? When the game was originally being discussed by insiders, it was said to be a 2D side-scroller, but another franchise being discussed at that same time was a 2D Kirby game that ended up being a 3D Kirby game, which was the Kirby and the Forgotten Land game. Personally, I kind of feel like it's probably going to be a 3D game, which is part of the reason why it's taken much longer, as a 2D game would have been much quicker and much easier to make. I'm hoping for an early to mid 2023 announcement and a release later that year. But let me know your thoughts in the comment section and hit that like button. Also, if this is your first time on the channel, make sure you hit that subscribe button. Thanks for joining us today, gamers. Shoge World out.